Hi there, thanks for joining us. I'm Alexis Rogers. Our top story today comes out of St. Louis Park schools, where classes are canceled today following fights involving students and adults. School leaders say an initial fight broke out between two groups of students yesterday. It was immediately broken up by staff. Then the school says after the bell rang, adults who learned about the fight got involved in another altercation with some of the students. Police say they arrested two adults who were involved. An investigation is now open to determine if the incidents were racially motivated. We've seen at least two other significant fights at school just this month. We first shared this video last week. Minneapolis Public Schools say players and students started fighting in the final minutes of a basketball game at North High School. A similar incident happened at Sullivan Steam Middle School, also during a basketball game. Police say that fight involved nearly 200 kids and parents. We're taking a live look outside after a few flurries this morning. As we head into the weekend, we'll start out cold, but next week brings a big change. Ben breaks it down for us.
So we picked up a dusting of snow in parts of the metro earlier this morning. Now the snow is wrapping up and pushing off towards the east. It will stay pretty chilly the rest of the day today. High temperatures pretty much right where we're at right now in the single digits and double digits below zero for wind chill values. We don't have any wind chill headlines, at least for today, but some parts of the state, southwestern, southeastern, and even northeastern Minnesota have the wind chill advisories the next couple of days. Let's take a look at your weekend forecast. It will be a cold start to your Saturday, but a good amount of sunshine, and the wind should be rather light heading into tomorrow. Sunday will be warmer, but it's also going to be gusty, making the real feel temperature kind of closer to 0 degrees. That's the transition day to much warmer temperatures. We'll talk about that coming up.
Thanks, Ben, and happy Friday. We finally made it to the weekend. Taking a look at the big map here, everything for the most part looking great around the metro this afternoon to kick off your weekend. The only thing I am keeping my eye on here for the past maybe 20 minutes is this crash that popped up in Edina. It's right on 169 here, actually the northbound side. It's right off on the shoulder here. We see a flatbed, we see a trooper here, and a couple cars involved. For the most part, things are slowing down a little bit, but it shouldn't impact your drive too much if you're heading that way this afternoon. Alexis.
Cece, thank you. New video into our newsroom shows the moments an Atlas air cargo flight caught fire over southern Florida. You can see right there flames coming from one of the Boeing 747 plane's engine before the pilot made an emergency landing at Miami International Airport. The company says it was a successful landing, and they are now working to determine the cause of the issue. On Capitol Hill, lawmakers have avoided another potential shutdown, but it gives the country less than 2 months before a new deadline. A stopgap spending bill will now push the next funding deadlines to March 1st and 8th. In that time, we could see some agreement between parties. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and House Speaker Mike Johnson both say they want to address the migrant crisis. The U.S. Embassy in Colombia is now warning American visitors to not use dating apps in the country. It comes after the killing of Hmong artist and activist from Minnesota, Tu Zhang. 3 people are now in jail, charged with Zhang's kidnapping and murder. Last month, he was in Colombia on vacation when he called his brother after a date with a woman that he met on an app, asking for ransom money. He was later found dead. Officials believe the deaths of at least 8 American victims in major Colombian cities are tied to those dating apps.
This time he was like, hey, you have a couple of thousand? I was like, yeah, no problem. When do you want it? He said, I want it now. I'm in this bit of a situation here. I go, oh, yeah, I can do that.
Murders of foreign visitors in Colombia went up last year by 29% compared to 2022. Most of them U.S. citizens. Back home, community members and loved ones will say a final goodbye to Zhang later this month. Charges have been filed against the man accused of making threats against the University of Minnesota last week. Joseph Rongstad now faces 2 felony counts of threats of violence and 1 count of being a felon in possession of ammunition. A criminal complaint says Rongstad told authorities that the reason he made the social media post was so that he could get the Secret Service to come talk with him. Rongstad's bail is set at $1 million. He's due back in court on February 14th. Last night, when the Shakopee Sabres girls hockey team took to the ice, it was for more than just their game. It was the first time they played since the death of their teammate, Michaela McCarville. McCarville died Tuesday, a month after a car crash left her in critical condition. Shakopee police say that she was in the car with 3 other teens when they ran a stop sign. They were hit by another driver. One of the teens in the car with McCarville has serious injuries. State Patrol is still investigating the crash. Early voting in the presidential primary is now officially underway across Minnesota. It means Minnesotans are some of the earliest to cast ballots. You can vote in person at a local election office, or you can go to mnvotes.gov, request an absentee ballot to be mailed to you, and then for you to mail that back. Either way, you can vote, and you'll have to choose whether you want a DFL party, Legal Marijuana Now party, or Republican Party ballot.
Voting from home is highly secure. When you order that absentee ballot to come to you in this election or any election in Minnesota, you have to provide some personal identifying information. It can be part of a social security number, it can be a driver's license number, and the voter signs, and a witness signs. Unless all 3 of those things are there, it will not be counted.
You'll have until Monday, March 4th to vote early in person. Then Minnesota will hold its primary election on Super Tuesday, March 5th. Well, right now, teams are suited up and the pucks are flying on Lake Nokomis. Michelle Beck braved the temperatures for us to give us a look at how organizers got it ready in a short amount of time.
Well, it is opening weekend for the U.S. Pond Hockey Championships, and the pond here in this case is actually Lake Nokomis. You can see folks still making those last-minute preparations, all for the thousands of people getting ready to come here from 35 different U.S. states and 8 different countries. Those numbers are the latest from event planners. It was only Monday when organizers say the city of Minneapolis gave them the green light to start preparing the links. That marked the tightest window the U.S. Pond Hockey Championships has ever had to get ready. And now there's 22 rinks, ice conditions, which one referee says are great.
I just think about my childhood. That's the way I grew up playing, not necessarily on a pond, but, you know, backyard rinks, local parks, rinks, just me, my friends, just having a good time playing the game that we loved, you know.
The event runs through Sunday, January 28th, and spectators are welcome. At Lake Nokomis, Michelle Beck, KARE 11 News.
Having a lot of fun out there. We like it. Well, this weekend, businesses and artists are coming together with the goal of creating a more inclusive community. When we come back, we're talking with the people involved with the Roots and Routes event about the impact it can make, plus a debate over the numbers of walleye the anglers can catch. A look at a proposal from the DNR.